Larson's thoughts on not taking out the windshield to race Bristol dirt. Jason, you want to read that quote?
Kyle Larson said mid last week, we shouldn't race on dirt if we're not going to take the windshields out and actually have a dirt race with moisture in the track and being able to produce a real dirt race. I feel like we're just wasting everyone's time. Brett, spot on, spot off.
Spot on. I hate to say that too. I mean, Chase Elliott even made a comment like, this isn't really a dirt race. Didn't seem like the industry as a whole really wanted to embrace this race. And I think that a lot of that had to do with the timing of it. You put it on Easter weekend. I don't think anybody loved that. And I mean, there just wasn't a ton of excitement out of our industry, which is very odd to be at Bristol, because Bristol is one of those places that is very special to drive into and park at, and you can't wait to go inside. But listen, you've got some guys, Kyle Larson, obviously Briscoe, you got Bell. You got a lot of guys that came out of the dirt series to get here, man. And if you're not consulting with those guys and you don't have those guys excited about getting there, you're already a step behind. So I feel like, Marcus Smith, which is obviously SMI, NASCAR, Fox, they're going to make this thing happen. They're going to have to get more aligned with drivers and people in the industry for it to be an A-plus effort. I mean, if I go through this thing, and I'll just run through this quick, racing on Easter Sunday, I gave it an F. 3-day weekend to run a cup race on Sunday night, I give it an F. Track prep leading in the green flag, give it an F. Throwing the yellow flag around lap 17, give it an F. Attendance, a B, because tens of thousands of people showed up. I thought it was a third full. Holds about 160,000 people. Moving the race to a night race, absolutely an A+. That was a difference maker in making it something that you could put on a good show. The race itself, C+, finish A++++++. So a lot of A's, a lot of F's. You got to live in that B to C range for me to call it a success. And Kyle clearly knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm kind of half and half here. Spot on for the windshields, but spot off for it wouldn't have solved the problem, I don't think, because the reason why they want the windshields out is so they can keep moisture in the racetrack, keep the track tacky, more like you would see your midget races or late model races, whatever that is, sprint car races. But we would have overheated. The problem right now isn't visibility. It's every time they have any kind of moisture in the racetrack and the track's tacky. You saw the first truck heat race. You saw at the start of the race Sunday night. Anytime the track has moisture in it and it's tacky, the grills get caked with mud and the cars overheat or the trucks overheat. So, taking the windshield out solves half that problem, but then you've got to figure out how to have the grill opening protected or protected better or more open so that, we don't overheat. So I know what Kyle's saying, that yes, ideally there's not a dirt car in the world that has a full windshield in it.
There is now.
Yeah. But, at the same time, it doesn't solve the whole problem just taking the windshields out. We have to come up with some other stuff as well.
Yeah, I'm spot on for half. I don't think you can take the windshield out of these cars, because if you look at a true dirt car, they can literally pull the seat cushion out, the seat cover out, and drive it through the car wash and pressure wash it off. They can do it with basically every dirt car you have. And we got a lot more components in there than what a normal dirt car would have. Like, if we're going to do that, I mean, we need to just take the dashes out, everything with electric, you know what I mean? Like put a regular water temperature gauge in there or something. I don't know if it's worth doing all that to have a dirt race. And the grill thing, not everybody had issues with overheating. I guess there was different options for the grill that you could have ran, and some of them chose options that had problems with the overheating. So we're going to come across something, whether the track was, it almost has to be like that to start a little bit, but then you got mud all over the windshields and stuff like that. I don't know if we're ever going to find a perfect mix.
The fact of the matter is, these cars,
we're trying to run asphalt cars.
Yeah, you don't belong on dirt. These things are 1,000 pounds heavier than any other dirt car in the world. We're running 150 laps at least more than any other dirt races in the world. I think the longest dirt race I can think of is the World 100. I know the Syracuse Mile used to be maybe, was longer, but
it's still, it was longer.
But
Oswego's longer.
Yeah. But I mean, we're talking hundreds of laps. Every dirt race, if you go to any weekly race, whether it's the Outlaws, whether it's USAC midgets, whether it's, majority of your dirt races are somewhere between 35 and 50 laps. And we're out here running 250 laps.
Well, not
with a
to
car
mention-
that's not made to run dirt, and it's
Two series.
Yeah,
Had 2 hours of practice,
yeah.
basically.
Yeah, which that never happens in the dirt world.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Why we didn't show up, have a 15, 20-minute practice, run your heat races and race. I mean,
In one day.
In one
Not
day.
3 days.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Not 3
fine.
days. We took a Richmond schedule that was perfect. It was so efficient. And then we go to Bristol and we completely waste 3 freaking days of our lives when we could have done it in one. You're spot on for saying that, TJ.
Yeah, I mean, and I got news for you. We're doing this again. I don't know that it's going to be at Bristol, but we're doing it again somewhere. I would assume it's going to be back at Bristol. And I seen Bob Pockers made a video the other day, and he's right. Like, Bristol hasn't gotten really a fair shake at this yet because every time we've tried to do it, it's rained. So it's even
Honestly,
if you try to prep the track, you're still at the mercy of the moisture coming from the sky versus what you really want to put down on the racetrack.
It's hard with our cars because you can't just go out there and race. You can't have a tacky racetrack like you could with any other dirt car. And honestly, I think the rain during the race helped keep moisture obviously in the track, and honestly, I think that rain helped the high side at the end. I really think it kept it.
Yeah, I think if you go back, it's like it's a double-edged sword. I think the end of the race was amazing, but you have to start the race the way you started it to get to that point. You can't. I know you want to say like, well, why can't we just make that track like it was at the end? Well, you can't. That's not possible. You have to start it a certain way to get it to that point. So while the racing and the finish was amazing, and them guys were using all kind of lanes, and Chase Briscoe's running Reddick down.
So I got a question for you. If we make it a 100-lap race and put softer tires on the thing, because these tires didn't wear out
At all,
not one bit. If you have your choice of, say, three different, like real dirt, you can have your choice of compound. What if you brought a hard, a medium, and a soft? Soft might not last. You might wear it out. A 100-lap race with a tire choice or a softer tire in general for everybody.
Like a normal dirt race.
That's what all dirt races are. We're just not meant to do it, and it's going to be hard to replicate what you want.
We're not going to have
It wasn't a bad
dirt
race.
No.
I truly don't think it was a bad race. I just think NASCAR fans don't want to see Cup cars on dirt.
I would like to go to a true dirt track and not give up Bristol.
But here's what you got. You got people like Marcus Smith with the North Wilkesboro announcement, which was awesome, saying that they don't have the infrastructure to hold a Cup race. Let me ask you something. When a race is sold out, isn't it sold out? Bowman Gray has to turn people away. We just had a race somewhere recently where the racetrack was turning people away.
Yeah.
I don't think selling out's a bad thing, is
Once it's sold out, it's sold out. Your TV revenue is your TV revenue. Like, how much money did Bristol spend this weekend to support their own infrastructure? There were 9,000 golf cart drivers there.
How much does North Wilkesboro hold, you think?
I don't know. But it doesn't matter saying about North Wilkesboro. It's about wherever you said, Peevely or wherever, Eldora, wherever you want to go, right? Once it's sold out, it's sold out. It doesn't matter about the infrastructure.